In 1973, we got Larry Cohen's film starring Fred Williamson, Black Caesar. I've seen that movie. It's a black exploitation movie. I would consider that like an A tier type of movie. Later that year, Larry Cohen brought us another movie starring Fred Williamson called Hell Up in Harlem, a direct sequel to Black Caesar. Now, I didn't know that was a sequel until I watched the movie. To be honest with you, I don't. My knowledge isn't as deep in this subgenre of film, even though I do truly love it. But I really like Fred Williamson, so I was interested in watching this. It's a pretty cut and dry film. Fred Williamson's the leader of a gang in Harlem, and the DA is after him. The DA puts a hit out on him, and he gets injured very badly at the beginning of the movie. He's trying to heal up. His dad comes back into the picture to help him. He's got his right hand man. There's a dispute between those two fellas who's going to run the gang. He gives the job to his dad. The right hand man turns his back on him, goes to the DA, starts plotting against him. Meanwhile, he's trying to heal up and get revenge on the DA. And those two things kind of meet in the middle, and that's where the third act starts. And it's like a 90-minute action flick, dude. It's a cool movie. It's a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, hang tight. We got a Gore Score review for you guys. Thanks for hanging out today. This is a horror hangout, and I know this is not a horror movie, but I feel like Grindhouse and exploitation stuff go hand in hand with horror. At least they do in my experiences, and I love this kind of stuff. I watched these movies growing up with my dad. Sunday afternoon matinees, dollar theater stuff. This is where I cut my teeth on underground cinema and got to learn about things that most kids in my neighborhood didn't know anything about. Even like the black kids didn't watch this stuff. They were outside playing, and I was inside watching movies with my dad. So yeah, I already gave you the synopsis of the film. It's really simple. There's not a whole lot more to it than that, but there are some cool things in the movie. I wrote a few things down, and then I'll go over the Gore Score, and hopefully you'll watch this movie and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Um, at one point, they catch the DA, like Fred Williamson and his like crew. They catch the DA, and they're gonna go torture him. And the way that they torture him is by feeding him soul food.
Now that's what they call soul food.
Now you got black eyed peas, turnip greens,
Chitlins.
Like no joke, they make him eat soul food as torture.
collard greens, pink feet, cornbread,
Poke butts.
and for dessert, watermelon.
I personally enjoy soul food to a certain degree. My sister's husband's black, and she cooks a lot of it at their home.
Eat heartily, gentlemen.
And so I've had quite a bit of it. That and living in Third Ward, Houston, I've eaten a lot of food that again, a lot of kids from my neighborhood didn't necessarily eat, and so I thought that was absolutely hilarious that they were torturing that guy. He's an Italian dude, and they're like making him eat chitlins and pork butt and pig's feet and all this stuff. It was funny, man. It was real funny. The music in this movie is absolutely amazing. So the two things about this film that I thought deserved some attention were the way that they filmed it. They got shots and they were in places that I don't think are normal. It was like a guerrilla style filming. And I can't really explain it other than to tell you that you need to go watch it on your own. There's like alleyways that they're in that I don't think I've never seen them in movies. There's parts where Fred Williamson climbs up on this billboard and he's actually climbing on this thing, and you can see that it's him, and it shows him up there, and he's gonna take a shot at a guy with a rifle. And I don't know, just these unique shots that I think came from necessity. Like they just had to get these shots. They only had a certain kind of equipment, a certain amount of time, a certain amount of money. So they just shot them any way they could. And I think that out of necessity, a lot of great things are born. And this is one of those things where you get a movie that's got incredible shots and incredible scenes and places. I personally noticed it real quick. And I'm going to start looking for that kind of thing when I watch more exploitation and grindhousey stuff, because I'm on a kick, dude. I'm gonna be watching nunsploitation, kung fu, martial arts, samurai, black-sploitation, women in prison. I'm gonna watch all of it, dude. All of it. I'm gonna watch all of it, and I'm gonna try to bring you guys at least one or two movie reviews every week with the Gore Score. So I thought that this was one of the things that was really funny, though, is that the movie's really over the top, but they took it very serious. It's one of those times where you get a movie that's unintentionally funny, but in the best ways, and that's kind of what you get here. Yeah. Oh man, there's this one point in the movie where they, Fred Williamson and his crew they're going to this island off the Florida Keys, an unnamed island off the Florida Keys, and they're going to go approach the DA and his group of people, and I don't know, threaten them or some shit. They come up on these boats in these frog suits, and they get up on the beach. They're all in like Speedo underwear, and it's ridiculous. They got these terrible machine guns, and they just start shooting motherfuckers, right? And they just start mowing dudes down. And at one point, there's these like hot ladies on swings and shit out in the yard, and they're, it's just dudes with money and hot half naked women. And you're like, oh, I get it. This is a scenario I wouldn't mind being a part of. And so they get everything under control, kind of, and they're talking, and out of nowhere, this like hot chick in a black bikini comes up running by, kicks one dude in the face, and Fred Williamson just straight jump kicks this woman right in the face, dude. And he's got a black bikini on that's as small as hers, and he just straight jump kicks this lady in the face, and I thought it was glorious. And then there's a point where there's the maid, like they have the house worker happens to be a black woman, and she's looking at one of the white guys, and she just gives him this big ass grin and just blows him away. I don't know, it's just these little bitty nuanced situations, things, scenes, and little happenings that really put a smile on your face. Although I would imagine that when they wrote that, and filmed it, that they weren't thinking it was funny, because that woman was probably getting revenge for being treated poorly. In 2022, it's a little different to watch this movie, and you can watch it with a little bit of lightheartedness, I guess. Although that's probably a good conversation to have. How should you view a movie like this? Because while I don't think it's a funny situation, the 70s weren't. I mean, shoot, 2022 isn't easy for anybody. Anyways, that's a whole other conversation for another day, I guess. Yeah, great movie. Lots of really bad dialogue, really bad acting, lots of great music, and great filming. Let's just jump over to the Gore Score real quick, because there's no point in me rambling on about the same old things. This is not a very complicated movie, and I do think you should go check it out, though. So for the Gore Score, I gave it a 7 on special effects because it's from 1973. There's only so much cool stuff they could do back then, and I would have given it a higher score because the blood was more of like a red paint than it was a blood. The story is very generic, but it was done well, so I gave it a 7 points for that. The acting also 7 points because it was kind of hammy and campy at times, but it was okay, it was serviceable. The dialogue, I gave it an 8 though, because the dialogue was funny at times. And it was just pretty good, snappy, quick dialogue. The bad guy rating, I gave it a 7, very generic bad guy. But the ending, it ends in I'm not gonna tell you how it ends, but I like the ending because I'll tell you this, it just comes to an abrupt stop. And I like endings like that. So we got 44 points right off the bat. But we got, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 59 kills in this movie for 295 points. We got 2 scenes of torture for 20 points. We got 3 boobs in the movie for 15 points. We got 1 non-lethal gunshot or stabbing for another 5 points. We've got 11 fights at 55 points. Excuse me. Sorry. We got 25 points for the era score because you get 5 points for each decade back. This was 1973. We got 5 additional points for Fred Williamson being in the movie for the legend bonus. You get 5 points for each legend in the movie. So that brings the Gore Score of Hell Up in Harlem to a beefy, thick, just very respectable 420 points. Dude, I'm telling you, I couldn't believe this movie got that many points, but they had a huge amount of dudes get blown away, and this was me on just one viewing. I'm pretty sure I got an accurate count, but hell, dude, 59 killings in one movie that's not even like a horror movie or something, that's bananas. Dudes were just getting blown away. On a recommendation scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one an 8, because I think if you like this kind of movie, it's a 10, but if you don't, it's like a 2. So 8, because I think everybody should watch it. Now, it's not going to be for everybody, though, so approach with caution. If you like exploitation, if you like Grindhouse theater, if you appreciate Quentin Tarantino, if you like Foxy Brown, if you like Pam Grier, Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, go check out this movie. Go check out Black Caesar. Go check out Foxy Brown. There's so many. Go check out Coffee. There's so many good movies you can watch. I got Lady Snowblood coming up next, so stay tuned, folks. Thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate your time. If you like this content, you like this channel, you like what we're doing over here, I'd really appreciate it if you'd give us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share the videos if you want. Please comment on them. All this stuff really helps. We're trying to get this channel monetized because I don't know if you're familiar with me or not, pardon me, but I have another channel called Shop 31, and we're 22,000 subscribers and counting. So this at this point, this is my full-time job. So anything helps. All of our patron members get requests every month, discounted merchandise. I'll be giving away some art pretty soon, and just yeah, all that's just the information you might need if you want to support the channel in other ways besides just watching the video. But most importantly, you're here, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much. This is just me over here writing, recording, editing, and uploading everything myself. I get very little help from other people. Not that they wouldn't help if they could, but it's just everybody's busy, and so this is my baby, man, and I appreciate your support. I really, really do. So thank you for hanging out with us. I'm gonna shut up now, quit rambling. I'll see you guys on the next video. I got more top 10 lists, top 5 lists, more collection videos, and all that stuff coming up real, real soon. So thank you again. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.